Breaking Manchester United transfer news. The Red Devils are preparing for a huge January window, and today's updates are absolutely explosive. Manchester United are pushing hard to reinforce their midfield, attack, and even considering a shock superstar move. Wolves midfielder Joao Gomes is now open to joining United in January, but Wolves want at least £44 million. Meanwhile, Real Madrid have rejected United's massive €90 million offer for Aurelien Tchouameni, forcing the club to consider other Premier League proven targets like Carlos Baleba. But that's just the start. United are also in the race to bring Christian Pulisic back to the Premier League, amid Milan's attempts to renew his contract. And in a stunning twist, reports from Spain claim United are considering a move for Neymar, who wants a European return ahead of the 2026 World Cup. From midfield rebuild plans to a potential Neymar shocker, plus the latest injuries to Sesko and more, today's episode is packed with major updates you can't miss. Joao Gomes open to January move to Man United. According to Portuguese outlet Record, Wolverhampton Wanderers star Joao Gomes is open to joining Manchester United when the transfer window reopens in January. The Red Devils have made good progress under manager Ruben Amorim this campaign, and they are only 1 point adrift of the Champions League positions after 11 games into the Premier League season. The club have been linked with multiple midfielders over the last few months, with Gomes being one of those. Record claimed that the Brazilian would be open to signing for Man United at the turn of the year. However, he won't come on the cheap. Wolves are at the bottom of the English top flight, but they are still expected to hold out for at least £44 million to part ways with the former Flamengo graduate. Experience. United have partly focused on signing players with Premier League experience. Bryan Mbeumo has been an instant hit since his move from Brentford last summer with regular goals, while Matheus Cunha has also impressed with his creativity. Gomes would be an equally good acquisition during the winter transfer window. The 24-year-old has been solid in the heart of the midfield for Wolves alongside compatriot Andre despite their struggles during the early phase of the season. He has a passing accuracy of 86% and has won almost 6 duels per game alongside 2.5 tackles and 4.5 recoveries. Gomes has excelled with his defensive contributions, but has likewise impressed with his high pressing and work rate over 90 minutes. If the Red Devils were to sign him this winter, he would be an upgrade on Casemiro. Casemiro has found a new lease of life under manager Ruben Amorim this year, but the experienced ace is no longer in his prime and has been vulnerable due to limited mobility. To compensate for his reduced work rate, Casemiro has preferred to preserve his energy rather than pressing his opponents this term. Manuel Ugarte was signed to replace the 33-year-old in the 11, but he has found himself out of favor under Amorim. Gomes may feel he can break into the starting lineup right away and become a permanent figure in the number 6 position. Real Madrid respond to Man United's €90 million offer for Aurelien Tchouameni. Manchester United are laying down succession plans for Casemiro, who is already on the wrong side of 30. The Brazilian has enjoyed a new lease of life under Ruben Amorim this season and has become a key figure for the Red Devils. However, the former Real Madrid ace's contract expires at the end of this season and he is yet to sign a new deal. Casemiro is already among the top earners at the club and turns 34 in February, so it is unclear whether the Premier League giants will consider extending his contract. A recent report relayed by the People's Person states that United have already identified Aurelien Tchouameni as a possible replacement for the veteran midfielder, a key figure at the Santiago Bernabéu. Tchouameni arrived at the Santiago Bernabéu in the summer of 2022 from Monaco and has since been a first-team regular for the La Liga giants. There were initial doubts about the Frenchman's involvement under Xabi Alonso, who took charge this summer. However, Tchouameni has retained his importance under the Spanish manager so far. The 25-year-old's efforts appear to have convinced the Old Trafford hierarchy, who believe that he can fill Casemiro's shoes at the Theatre of Dreams. United are in urgent need of a dynamic midfielder, and Tchouameni fits the bill. However, it now appears that the Red Devils' efforts to prize him away from Real Madrid have hit a roadblock. Madrid have no desire to let him go. According to Fishages, United have submitted a €90 million offer for Tchouameni, which includes €70 million up front and a further €20 million in add-ons. However, it has been turned down by Real Madrid. Los Blancos reportedly view the Frenchman as an integral part of their plans and are unwilling to consider his exit. Alonso is pleased with Tchouameni's versatility and also wants him to stay. The Red Devils' lucrative proposal has failed to inspire a change of heart, and as things stand, the Frenchman is expected to continue at the Santiago Bernabéu for the near future. Final thoughts. While United remain on the hunt for a new midfielder at the moment, it would be wise not to read too much into the latest update. Manchester United know they urgently need a more dynamic midfielder, and according to a report from the People's Person, the club now sees Carlos Baleba as their top target for that role. United already tried to sign the Cameroonian in the summer but couldn't get the deal over the line. Baleba has already proven himself in the Premier League and importantly, he is said to be very interested in making the move to Old Trafford. While Aurelien Tchouameni has all the qualities to replace Casemiro in Ruben Amorim's system, he may need time to adjust to the pace and physical demands of English football. Because of this, United are leaning towards someone who can make an immediate impact, and Baleba fits that profile perfectly. United also need attacking help. Manchester United's attack has been hit by Benjamin Sesko's injury, leaving the squad thin up front. Despite spending more than £200 million to rebuild the front line this summer, Sesko's absence now means Joshua Zirkzee is the only senior striker available. Amorim's team has shown promising progress, going unbeaten in their last 5 games, but the lack of depth in the forward line could threaten their push for European football. That is why the club has begun exploring options like Christian Pulisic, who could bring creativity, goals and much-needed versatility to the attack. Manchester United enter race to sign Pulisic. According to Fishages, United have set their sights on AC Milan forward Christian Pulisic. Pulisic, who left Chelsea for a move to San Siro in 2023 in a deal worth around €22 million, has established himself as one of Milan's most potent attacking threats. The USMNT international has been directly involved in 63 goals in 109 appearances for the Rossoneri. He has 4 goals and 2 assists to his name in 7 Serie A games this campaign. Known for his close control and link-up play, Pulisic is a dream for most managers due to his two-footedness and incredible versatility. The Spanish outlet claim United view the 27-year-old star as a sold option to bolster their attacking options in the winter transfer window. Milan want to keep their star forward. However, the Mancunians face competition from Aston Villa for his signature, as Unai Emery is reportedly keen to bring him back to the Premier League. Further, Milan are reluctant to lose their talisman, who is tied to the club until 2027. It is understood the Italian giants are trying to renew Pulisic's contract by raising his salary. As such, suggestions of interest from United could be nothing but a ploy for Pulisic to secure a more lucrative contract at Milan. Regardless, Ineos should explore the winter market for a new goal scorer to keep the momentum going. Manchester United considering surprise move for Neymar. Ruben Amorim's Manchester United are reportedly considering making a surprise move for Brazilian superstar Neymar. According to a report from Fishages, Manchester United are interested in acquiring the services of Neymar. The Brazilian international is a change of scenery, as he feels staying at Santos could hamper his chances of making it to Carlo Ancelotti's squad for the World Cup. Neymar left PSG to join Saudi Pro League giants Al Hilal. Unfortunately, the move to the Middle East didn't go according to plan for him, as he has struggled to stay fit. After a rough 18-month spell in Saudi Arabia, the Brazilian international secured a return to his childhood club, Santos, in the hope of returning to his best. The 33-year-old has had quite a few injury problems in Brazil as well. More importantly, he has lost prominence since leaving Europe, and it has affected his chances of being at the World Cup next summer. The former Barcelona star is far from his best, and he is now considering returning to Europe 6 months prior to the main event. His need to regain prominence has resulted in him being linked with a move to Manchester United. Manchester United consider Neymar move. Amorim has managed to steady the ship at Old Trafford after a difficult start to the season. Now he is looking for players who can help them take the next step. Despite having spent a fortune during the summer to bolster his attack, the Portuguese manager seeks more quality and depth as a few of his stars will be unavailable in the initial months of 2026 because of the Africa Cup of Nations. The Red Devils are in a position to afford his wages. As a result, the move is certainly possible. However, they do not have European football to offer, which certainly complicates matters. But United are one of the most followed clubs in the world, and he will certainly get the limelight needed. A potential move could help both parties, but given his injury track record, it looks very unlikely that United will actually try to sign the 33-year-old, who at best could be a short-term fix. And that wraps up today's massive Manchester United transfer roundup. Joao Gomes is open to joining. Tchouameni remains untouchable at Madrid. Pulisic is on United's radar, and Neymar's unexpected European comeback could put Old Trafford in the headlines once again. The January window is shaping up to be huge, But everything depends on United's financial planning and how aggressively Ineos want to push for reinforcements. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest transfer updates from Manchester United. Drop your thoughts below.